Hey, I'm really glad you're here today. I'm glad you're here today because today I want to introduce you to the idea of being the witness. And I don't mean a witness in a courtroom. In fact, this witness that I want to tell you about, which I'll teach you the whole simple process by the time this video is over. But this witness is a kind and loving witness with no opinions, no judgment, just watching. And it's an interesting phenomenon because it really changed a lot about how I react to things. And it can help you in a similar way. And it's so easy to practice that it becomes a part of you before you even know it. So years ago in the 90s, I went to a school, a 4-year school. It was called the Barbara Brennan School of Healing Science. And one of the things that they had us do was practice being the witness of ourselves for 6 weeks. And it changed my life. I had a huge realization at one point after I'd been practicing for 6 weeks. And it was a realization that I had a belief that I would automatically go to that actually was not true. And the only way I ever would have seen it would have been if I had been when I actually watched myself react to something. And once I saw the reaction I was having, I was like, wait a minute, what? This I'm making this up. I haven't even asked anybody if this is true or not. So let me tell you how to practice it. It's so simple. You imagine that you're hovering above yourself and slightly behind yourself. So maybe 3 feet, anywhere from 1 foot to 3 feet above yourself and slightly behind. So you don't really see your face clearly. You're just watching from behind. So as you do this, it's just an imaginary thing for a while. And as you practice it over the 6 weeks, you'll start to feel, at least I did, more and more, that that's a part of me that I've been ignoring all my life. That's actually very helpful, but I haven't been even noticing that I'm up there watching what's going on. So anyway, as you're hovering above and behind yourself, imagine you're doing it. Do it when you're doing ordinary things. Like I would be walking up the 2 flights of stairs with my groceries, and I would be watching myself do that. I would be washing dishes in the sink, and I would be watching myself wash dishes. I would be walking in the park, and I would just watch myself walk in the park. Doing ordinary things like driving or walking or biking or really anything that's just an ordinary moment. Take that time and imagine you're watching yourself. As you watch yourself, you're not judging. You're not saying, oh, why is she doing that again? You're not saying, oh, she looks terrible today. Or nothing as far as opinion goes is going on with this witness. The part of you that's watching is just watching. It has no opinion. It's just watching and hovering. And so after 6 weeks of this, you'll start to feel like your awareness is more expansive. Like you're noticing things that are beyond your immediate body, your immediate reality. Because as you get better and better at realizing this aspect of yourself, which isn't actually imaginary in the end, it's a part of you that exists, but we never practice using it. And as you get better and better at it over the 6 weeks, you'll find yourself saying, like if you're having a reaction, I had a really bad reaction. I decided I was in a new relationship, and the person hadn't really had any communication with me for a while. And we were in the same car driving for hours and hours, and we hadn't really talked. And I was making up my mind that this person didn't really like me. I wished I wasn't on this trip because it's not going to be easy for me to get back home by myself. Like, I was coming up with reasons why this person wasn't talking to me. And it turned out that this person just really enjoyed the silence. And that was not what I was conjuring up in my head. And so once I saw that sort of as a witness, I was like, wait a minute. Why don't I just ask him? Why aren't we talking? What's going on? But that's not how I used to behave. I would just go with whatever my mind said was going on at the time. And it turned out that this ability to witness myself um, turned into a really amazing gift. And I want to give that gift to you today. So I'm hoping that you understand the process. You're just hovering and watching. No judging, no opinions. You're just watching while you're doing ordinary things. And it will take effect. It will have a really strong effect. If you have any questions about it, go ahead and put it in the comments below. I answer all the comments. And until next time, have a great day.